All right, let's talk 5 losers from the Vikings' victory over the Dolphins. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus here with Onebar, and we're both winners right now. Vikings are 5-1, but unfortunately, we have to drop 5 losers from the victory over the Dolphins. As much as it pains our hearts, but we are going to do it because that's what we do here at the Onebar and Lupagus show.
Hey, even though the Vikings are 5-1, confidence is high. We got to be a little picky here. We got to be. We can't be nice about everything. So we're going to talk about 5 losers. Before we do that, do not be a loser. Hit that sub button. If you're watching this, hit that sub button. Helps us get to 8,000 subscribers. We want nothing more for Christmas than to get to 8,000 subs.
Oh, we're going to be there by Thanksgiving.
Yes!
That was my turkey. Wow. You should take your bag out and really show us what a gizzard looks like.
I'm not going to do that. Also, grab yourself a lift bridge while you're watching this because I can't think of anything better. But let's dive right into this. Top 5 losers in the Vikings' victory against the Dolphins.
Yeah, let's start with the guy who he was, we do studs and turds in our lives, and this guy was named a turd quite a bit today. It's a rookie right guard, Ed Ingram. Not his best performance.
It wasn't. He got absolutely blown up on our live show. I can't remember who it was. Basically said, welcome to the NFL because he, Ed Ingram, I got a lot of confidence in him moving forward. I think he's going to be a very good guard for this team for years to come, but he looked like a rookie. He looked like a guy that was pretty much like welcome to the NFL because he got smoked and Kirk Cousins got smoked because of it.
VGG, he will be a very good guard, you're right, but Christian Wilkins owned him today, destroyed him, and you saw that one play where he just kind of like looking and then he gets blown. I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't good for him. Pressure came from the interior today, and Ed Ingram had a lot to do with that. He's been great so far. His run blocking is definitely better than his pass blocking, but today, not his best performance. But when you have a rookie right guard, there's going to be ups and downs, and unfortunately today was a down for Ed Ingram.
It was, but let's move on. Let's stay on the offense. Let's go with a tight end that has been on a few of our shows. And, Ed Ingram, four receptions for 7 yards, which I don't even know how is possible, but that's not even the reason he was a turd because one of those receptions led to a fumble. And, everybody fumbles, but Ed Ingram has just had such a rough start to the season. He can't do it. He has no room for error. He can't do it, and he fumbled. The Dolphins got it. It made me mad. I love Irv. I want him to be so damn good, but I'm starting to just completely hop off the Irv train. Choo-choo!
I think you might have called him Ed Ingram about 5 seconds ago. But, yes,
right.
Irv Smith Jr., the fumble, thank God it was recovered by Justin Jefferson. It could have been a lot worse. But after the couple of drops, the drop in Philadelphia, the drop I think was against the Lions the week after, Irv Smith Jr., here's the thing. The tight end's not a huge part of this offense. We've seen it so far. But when you get your looks, you get your plays, you got to make the most of them. You can't be putting the ball on the turf, especially in a game like this where it's a close game. I mean, every point counts. And Irv Smith Jr. putting the ball on the turf, not a good look for him after having a couple of really bad drops early this year.
And Jefferson actually got it. I thought Dolphins got that.
No, Jefferson was all over that thing.
All right, I believe you. Doesn't matter. Still makes me mad, and Irv is still on my list.
Yeah, no. I mean, he should be. I mean, even though he gave us a glimpse at his lower back muscles with the way he tucked up his jersey, he is still a loser today.
Irv. And he got a touchdown, but it doesn't matter. Hold on to the ball.
It doesn't. And let's go to another one he's a loser today because the Vikings won, but Greg Joseph, our kicker, you missed the extra point. Kind of a crucial point in the game, too. You want to go up by 14 points, not 13 points. Now you get the chance for the Dolphins to not, to come back and tie the game with just a touchdown and 2 extra points instead of, if they want to win it, they got to go for 2. So when he's missing these kicks, it's kind of crucial moments, and it's making me a little uncomfortable.
It is. He did have a 34-yarder. He's 1 for 1 from field goal, but that extra point was just, come on, man, hit the kicks. I've been on the Greg Joseph. I've been on his side. I've been giving him some leeway. The fact that the field goals they were missing are 50-yarders. Nobody else has given me that at all. They want him to make it. And We can't have too many more of these, or it's going to be starting to think like, who can we bring in to be better? Because
and that's the catch-22 here. Who is there that is better on the free agent wire? There's really nobody. So you're kind of stuck with this guy. And I'm not giving up on Greg Joseph by any means, but it is frustrating when you see him. You know, he missed his 2 50-yarders last week. He missed his extra point this week. I think he missed an extra point in London. I think he did miss an extra point there. So, and then he misses a couple field goals against the Lions the week before that. So, yeah, he's not going to be perfect, but you got to hit a little more of these. So Greg Joseph, as good as he looked this preseason, as good as he was in training camp, when he's hitting from like 60 plus with plenty of depth, I mean, what's the difference here? I'm not really understanding that. So I think if you're starting to lose confidence in Greg Joseph, that's fair, but don't start bitching that the Vikings need to find a new kicker, because there's really nobody out there.
There isn't, and this next loser might not be fair. I mean, Jordan Hicks, 11 tackles, one of which was a sack. So we're getting very picky on this 5-1 squad. But Hicks, there's been multiple times this season where he's missed some pretty big plays, some big tackles. I know this is just strictly this game, but he also had that in this game where he just completely biffed on a tackle that would have been a loss for about 3 or 4 yards, and they went right around him.
Yeah, Ed Donatel finally called a blitz, called the perfect blitz. Hicks he was dead to rights. I think Skylar Thompson was actually still in the game at this point. Could have took him out. He whiffed. He absolutely whiffed in the tackle, and you can't do that. And Jordan Hicks, unfortunately, he gets a lot of tackles. A lot of those are like, further down the field than they should be. You'd like to see him make a lot of those tackles closer toward the line of scrimmage. He's putting up good numbers. He's going to end up having a very good season as far as tackles go, but really, I mean, his pass coverage has been suspect. And today, when you your number's called to make a big play and you don't do it, it gets you on a list like this. It gets you on a loser list in a game when the Vikings, win, and they win by. I mean, it was a 1-score game, but the Vikings really won by 2 scores.
Yeah, and we hold Hicks in fairly high regard. That's why we throw him on this, because we expect him to make those plays. We expect him to make those tackles, and he didn't. And damn it, that's why he's on there. Who's our final loser?
We're going back to the offensive line that did struggle, and it was the interior today. And Garrett Bradbury, who we pissed on for many years, and for good reason. He hasn't been very good. He can't anchor. He's pretty decent in
he
run blocking.
Some respect. He's had a damn good year.
I was getting there. I was going from his rookie year.
Anchor.
He can't anchor. He's good at getting the second level, making blocks. This year, he actually has been able to anchor. Hasn't been a problem. We haven't seen him getting rolled into Kirk Cousins' crotch. But today wasn't his best performance. It wasn't.
No, I mean, just like Ed Ingram, he got blown up a little bit, and we'll see who that falls upon. But it didn't look good for Mr. Bradbury, and Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, was a recipient of that. So Bradbury, again, just like Ed Ingram, like we said, we're being very picky on the offensive line. They've been very, 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 very good. So when this happens, we got to call him out.
No, and there was a couple times too where I think it was more assignment. I mean, we saw Bradbury blocking down, and the guy coming through on the blitz comes through, and you think it was a running back who's supposed to pick him up. So maybe it's assignment issues. I'm curious to see how he does grade out, but really the pressure today was through the interior. It seemed to be right and right center. So Garrett Bradbury, that's your spot. And as good as you've been this year, as much as you improved, as much as you surprised, I do think we got flashes of the Garrett Bradbury that made us think that Austin Schlottman might be starting, that Chris Reed might be starting. And we saw that today.
Yeah, I haven't lost any confidence in Garrett Bradbury. I think he'll be just fine. I think he'll play like he has, but he had a shit game. Everybody has a shit game. Happens. This might be a shit video. We'll see.
Yeah, sometimes we have shit videos. It happens.
Sometimes, a lot of times. But damn it, we appreciate you guys watching. Hit that sub button. Hit that Patreon like and grab yourself a lift bridge.
Why not? And remember this. Elvis Presley never played a concert outside of North America.
What?
That's my Elvis face.